Previous session we discussed about cooking, purpose, objective, and different methods of cooking. Now we are going to discuss about preservation of nutrients while cooking. So cooking not only important, along with that the preservation of nutrients present in the food while cooking is also important, so that we get a nourished food. Cooking has several beneficial effects, and if cooking is improper, it leads to destruction of a nutritive value of the food. Hence, you should follow proper methods so that we can avoid loss of nutrients and to preserve the nutrients while cooking. Simple methods that can be adopted to prevent the loss of nutrients and cause prevents of nutrient preservation of nutrients are going to be discussed. So let us discuss how we can avoid the loss of nutrients while cooking process. So first one is in this we are going to study while cleaning and washing, followed by cutting and then cooking. So during cooking process, first we will clean it by washing. After that we will cut the vegetables or cooking items, and then we will cook the food. So in this process, what is the steps we should follow to maintain nutrients? Let us discuss. So prevention while cleaning and washing. So always clean and wash vegetables before cutting to preserve nutrients. So before cutting only you should wash the vegetables, and don't cut and then wash. Before cutting wash it and then cut it. Some people used to cut the vegetables and again they wash it. It leads to loss of nutrients. Washing is going to remove the few amount of nutrients. So next is avoid soaking for long time. Some people during cooking they have the habit of cutting the vegetables and keep it for soaking for a long time. That is going to destroy the nutrients. So tomorrow morning if you want to cook the food in the night itself, vegetables are cut and kept is not a good practice, because it is going to destroy the nutrients. Long exposure of a cut vegetables is going to destroy the nutrients. Never wash rice many times before cooking. While cooking either rice or any other items, they used to wash the rice for several times. That is not a good practice. So wash the rice but not several times, one time or two times. That's enough, because successive or frequent washing of rice is going to lose vitamins, such as vitamin B1 30 to 40% is going to be lost for frequent washing. Next is, this is about washing. Next one is while cutting. So along with washing, you should ensure that you should have a proper cutting of vegetables before cooking to preserve nutrients. Clean and peel or cut vegetables just before cooking. So just before cooking, you have to cut, not in the previous day, and you have to cut and in the morning you cook. So don't cut and keep the vegetables exposed. Cut it into big pieces to minimize loss of nutrients. So if you cut the vegetables into small pieces, it is going to um expose more to the atmosphere, and there is chances of loss of nutrients. So cut it into big pieces rather than small pieces. Peel and cut a potato and beetroot after boiling. So some vegetables can be cut after boiling, like potato and beetroot. Precautions while cooking. So first one was washing process and cleaning, and followed by cutting. Now this one is the third one. After cutting we are going for cooking. So in cooking process we should preserve nutrients in the food by cooking with minimum amount of water. So if you use less amount of water, more nutrients can be preserved. More water used, if you use, it is going to destroy. Minimum amount of water if you use, you are going to restore the nutrients. If cereals and dals are soaked before cooking, so some cereals and pulses, they are very hard and they are going to be soaked in the water to make them soft. And after soaking, the same water can be used for cooking. So then, because the during soaking process, all the most of the nutrients are going to be diffused into the water, so hence you use the same water to get or retain the nutrients. Root vegetables such as potatoes are cooked with their skins. So potatoes, you no need to remove the skin, directly you can cook it and use it, because skin contains lot of nutrients, and hence retaining the skin prevent the loss of nutrients. Cooking vegetables for a short time. So cook the vegetables for short times, because prolonged or more time cooking, more duration time if you take for cooking the vegetables, it is going to destroy especially vitamin C. Not using soda or sodium bicarbonate to minimize the cooking time. So some cooking process, the soda is used to minimize the cooking time, and also to make the food soft, so that is going to destroy the nutrients. So soda should not be used while cooking, because it is going to destroy the nutrients. Keep all the ingredients ready before cooking to save time in cooking. Cooking should be effective, and it should be less time consuming, less fuel consuming, and it should be having good nutrients. So to ensure all this, you should keep the ingredients ready before cooking. So in cooking videos you may have seen everything is kept ready before cooking, and then they will start cooking, so it will save the time and fuel and also nutrients. So similarly you have to follow the same to preserve the nutrients. Watch the clock and avoid overcooking. So you can set the time, or you can look into the clock and ensure the proper cooking time, and don't cook excess duration, hence since overcooking is going to destroy the nutrients. Next is food hygiene and sanitization. So food, whatever we are eating, should be free from contaminants, and it should be good for consumption. So hence food hygiene is very important. Food is potential source of disease. Food not only provides health, but improper intake of food can cause disease. Contamination present in the food, especially during production or transportation or during consumption process, it leads to various diseases. So we should ensure the very good hygiene during food preparation and consumption. Food hygiene refers to all measures that should be taken to ensure the healthy, uncontaminated food at all stages. So you should take healthy and also uncontaminated food. In what stages means there are different stages for food that comes from the soil to your kitchen. So what are the process? Let us see growth, during growth in the farm, or harvesting, or during production, or during manufacture, or during transport or storage or distribution. That means in the malls or from the shop you are getting, or cooking in your kitchen, or after cooking you are serving. In all these process, the food has to be keep hygienic, and we have to proper safety measures for this. So next is important methods of food hygiene to keep the food in a very good condition and uncontaminated. So we can follow certain methods, and few of them are mentioned here. Safe food handling. So we have to handle the food safely, so that uh, you can get a healthy food. Food come in contact with human hands in all stages from harvesting to consumption. There is a contamination can occur. So you should reduce the human hands during this, and ensure personal hygiene if handled by persons and personnel working in food handling uh, places. Therefore in food industries you may have seen people are going to use gloves for the hands and also caps for the hair, so that the food is not going to be contaminated. The proper food handling, such as utensils, all dishes should be cleaned, and should be free from contaminants. Second is proper food selection. Food are checked carefully for their freshness and wholesomeness. So whenever we are going to market or a shop, we are going to purchase vegetables in a market or a groceries in a shop, we are going to check it two times or three times, ensure that we are going to get a good food, and because it should be in a good condition and wholesome, so that we can get a good nutrients. So fresh and healthy foods are selected. The next is proper storage. Proper storage of food plays an important role in the food hygiene. Not only getting the food from the market or shop, you should keep those food purchased in your house in a very good storage area in a very good condition. When the food is available more than present use, it should be stored, preserved for future use. If you are bringing a 2 kg tomato and you are using just a few tomatoes day by day, the rest of the tomato should be kept in good conditions. So you should use say proper preservation method, or otherwise if you don't preserve properly, it is going to deteriorate or spoil. Next, use of potable water. Water is a potential source of contamination. Good water, good health. So, bad or contaminated water leads to disease. So, water is essential in many stages of food preparation. So, washing purpose also we will use water, and also while cooking also water is used. So, water used for washing or food preparation should be free from contaminants, and water should be properly treated, like heated, filtered, and these type of good clean water is used for, and potable water is used for cooking. Washing and cleaning. So food should be thoroughly washed and cleaned with clean water before use. So if whatever the vegetables you obtain from the market, it may be kept in a dirty places, or it may be during farming, it may be sprayed with certain pesticides and insecticides and other type of chemicals. So you have to wash it properly, and also it removes the various type of chemicals and also microorganisms, dust, etc., or dirt present on the food. And next is control of insects and rodents. Insects like housefly, cockroaches, and rodents like rats, mice, bandicoots are potential source of contaminations. They are going to contaminate the food. Wherever it is kept in improper condition, they are going to destroy the food items. So hence you should ensure that these insects and rodents are controlled by different insect